Hey everybody, it's Doki Porky, and today we're reviewing the Fallout TV series made by Amazon. And I gotta say, it actually came out really, really well. I was stressed out initially a couple months ago when the trailer released. When I saw that power armor, T60 power armor, I was like, dude, this shit's dope. But the Rings of Power was like recently going on around that time, I believe. And I was just like, there was a lot of Fallout still during that time and how bad that show was. So I was just like, oh, maybe they got it. Maybe they could do it. They have the boys under their belt. They got Invincible under their belt. They got Jack Reacher, I believe, was them too as well. So it's like, you could do this. Amazon could do this. And I could safely say they did it. This show kills. It's so dope. From episode 1 all the way to episode 8, it feels like a Fallout game. 100%. With its flaws and its bugs, to its great stories, it has it all, man. It's great. It's fantastic. It's something that everyone should appreciate, especially if you're not a Fallout fan or you haven't actually played the video games. I really do believe people would appreciate it, even if some references would go over people's heads. People will be looking at the show and they'll be like, "What the fuck, bro? It's 2077, but it looks like 1950s, and they have this soundtracks my grandma used to listen to. Like, what the hell is going on here? Make no damn sense." But honestly, though, I think that actually would attract people because they're gonna want to know more about the world. They're like, this is interesting and confusing. Like, I need to know. And once you get to the wasteland, people are gonna be hooked. People love post-apocalyptic stuff. Like The Last of Us was a clear case of that. Like that hit normies to the core. Hit the feels. And Fallout has that same feeling too. So we have 3 characters. It starts off with Lucy. She's a Vault Dweller for Vault 33, and she's innocent. She could well kept. She could take care of her own. And she just wants to get married and continue the family lineage, so that way they could go up to fucking the surface and do reclamation day and all that bullshit. But then something crazy happens and some crazy conspiracy bullshit, and her dad gets fucking taken, who was the overseer, and now Lucy has to go find her papa, which is actually equivalent to Fallout 3, the game, which has kind of the similar scenario where your papa also goes away and you gotta go look for your papa. He went to go get some milk and he never came back, so you gotta go look for your papa in the wasteland. But that's what you gotta do. You gotta find Big Papa. The second character that's introduced to us is Maximus, and he's a Brotherhood of Steel, like little, not even a squire. He's like a little fucking munchkin, and he's there, cleaning the shit of the Brotherhood of Steel, trying to move up to be a squire for one of the knights, so that way he could eventually, hopefully, be a knight. And the Brotherhood of Steel, pretty much what they are is they're like a cult of a bunch of fucking crazy, like power armor wearing, like pre-war technology loving psychopaths. But not really. They don't kill like just just because they want to fucking kill. But if you have some pre-war technology on you and you're not the Brothers of Steel, you're going to get a couple shots to the dome. You know what I'm saying? You might get curb stomped by a power armor real quick. So that's kind of like the Brotherhood of Steel. But yeah, let's go back to Maximus. So Maximus is first introduced, and I was like, yeah, he's okay. But he started doing some real questionable shit, and I was just like, man, this guy's a fucking piece of shit. This guy's a fucking asshole. But as the show started progressing, I was like, oh, you know what? You kind of got to be an asshole. And, it's the wasteland, like, it's either you fucking kill or be killed type shit. And you really, really get to know more of this, like, when you learn his background and his story and, where he came from and his roots. You're like, okay, it makes sense. The dude's broken. And, like, Lucy eventually meets him, and he gets that I could fix him type mentality. No, I'm just kidding. He don't got that I could fix him type mentality because, they're both fucking broken. It's the fucking wasteland, bro. Nothing could be fixed. And last but not least, we got the Ghoul. Oh, the Ghoul. If Lucy's the paragon of the show, and Maximus is, like, the guy in the middle, the Ghoul is the fucking renegade, dude. This guy don't give a fuck. He's gonna do what he needs to do to make sure he A, survives, B, gets what he wants, and C, eventually you'll learn that he actually has a little secret little motive thing going on, halfway through the show. And I kind of don't want to spoil either because it's so fucking good. I'm here trying to hype the show so you guys can watch it. But the Ghoul, yeah, he's like this. He's a pre-war survivor before the bombs drop. He's introduced right in the beginning of the show. He's like some fucking cowboy. And then he survives 200 years later. There's these things called the ghouls in game that could survive, because radiation keeps him alive and all this shit. The dude's a fucking drug addict. That dude be just taking fucking chems like left and right because he needs them to survive, right? He just be taking radiation and shit because if you don't, he dead, and he don't want to die. He has a goal that keeps him going and keeps him wanting to live, and he will kill And I mean, he will fucking kill anybody that gets in his way. Fucking dog, a fucking mutant, a fucking child. He'll blow the fucker up. And not just blow him up with a fucking pistol. No, he'll blow him up with a nuke bullet. He'll shoot a fucking nuke at somebody, have it blow a hole up in them, and then make a big ass explosion in the background and be like, yeah, that's just a fucking Tuesday. You stepped in my fucking way, you're gonna get gold, bitch. Yeah, so those are the three main characters, and there's a lot of side characters too. Like Lucy has a brother, and he's over there investigating what's going on in Vault 33 and between Vault 31 and Vault 32, and there's like a lot of great conspiracies going on back there in that side story. And it's like, and you got Lucy's story, and then Maximus's story, and then the Ghouls' story, and then they eventually all like meet up together in this one town called Philly. And like, you know, I could hear the complaints, like, what the fuck, like, how do they all eventually just meet up at the same town? But they're all going kind of after the same objective, so it makes sense for them all to meet at the same town. And it's a fucking TV show based off a video game, bro. Like, what do you want? Do you want him to be fucking walking throughout the wasteland the whole entire time, being like, oh, there's nothing here. Oh, there's a cave. Oh, there's a fucking, I'm starving. Oh, I got radiation poisoning. I'm dying. No, bro. Get the fucking story going. And that's what they did. They said, hey, we're not going to waste anybody's fucking time. You got introduced to all the characters. Now meet all the characters and see what the fuck's going to happen. And you do, and it's dope. The Ghoul just starts blasting people left and right. Lucy's like, hey, man, you can't be doing that shit. And then, like, Maximus is like, hey, I'm fucking power armor guy. Yeah, he gets the power armor. I'm not going to tell you how, but it's a little bitchy at first. But then you're like, no, you know what? It makes sense. And so they all start fighting each other. And then fucking Lucy runs away and has to do this mission. And it's dope. It's well done. And it needs to be watched to be appreciated. There's a lot of these like little side stories, especially with the Ghoul. The Ghoul's like story goes from bombs dropping to now and how that affects him. And there's like a key component, like multiple key component characters from the pre-war story and, the Fallout story, now past after the fucking bombs dropped, and Lucy's storyline. It's so sick. It is so dope how they do that. And it's really well done. I can't believe they actually got 3 interesting ass characters. And you got movies that has $300+ million in budget, can't even provide us one solid character. Not just one, not one. And this show has 3 great main characters and a lot of great side characters that really don't dumb it down, but actually raise the stakes, raise the storylines, and makes everything connect. Really, really great. And oh man, dude, the cliffhanger. Okay, I'm gonna put spoilers here. There's spoilers here. Okay, spoilers start now. As a New Vegas diehard fan, I fucking love Fallout New Vegas over Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. When they showed the city, I fucking creamed all over my pants. That was my live reaction. I had to calm down for a second and change twice. It was that bad. Or anything that good. Yeah, but the show is really, really well made, and it has everything. Like I said, great characters. It has fantastic music. It has a bunch of oldies from the 1950s, our timeline, not fucking their timeline, our timeline. It's so good. From Johnny Cage, what the fuck? Johnny Cash, bro. It's not fucking Mortal Kombat, you stupid fuck. Yeah, but the soundtrack slaps. People are going to be listening to all those fucking old school tracks pretty soon. It'll make your great grandma's fucking little pinky twinkle, you know what I'm saying? So I would recommend you watching this show. It is a great show. Do not watch it with kids. There's a lot of sex, a lot of violence, a lot of gore, a lot of adult, depression, kind of suicide too. The little suicide there. Got a fucking doctor trying to fucking on a gun, you know what I'm saying? And it's pretty dope. If I would give it a rating, a 9 out of 10, fantastic. The only reason why I give it a 9 out of 10 and not a 10 out of 10 is because some of the factions was a little rushed at the end. For episode 6, 7, and 8, it felt a little bit too rushed, and I was like, hey man, you guys need to slow it the fuck down. But it's still, the end result was still, the payoff was still great. It was all worth it. You just wished you could it's like stuffing your face at an all-you-could-eat buffet, It's like, you got all the time in the world, bro. You got 2 hours. We've been here for an hour. Just slow the fuck down. Take a shit. Eat some water. Drink some water, Calm down. And they didn't. They wanted to speed through the dishes, and they got full real quick. But the meal was still satisfying. That's what I'm saying. The meal was still fucking satisfying, okay? and you should enjoy the fucking meal. This was a great show. I'm Stoiky Porky, and I hope you guys enjoyed this review. This is one of my first reviews of me videotaping myself and just fucking going wild and just doing my shit. So get used to this. This is how I do reviews. There's no structure. There's no basis. There's no fucking. I don't write. I don't type. I tried it and I was like, this is boring and lame. I'd rather talk from the soul and from the heart. So just get used to my reviews, okay? My name's Stoiky Porky. Fallout, fucking Amazon Prime TV series. Good. 9 out of 10.